We've cleared the upper atmosphere. We are now in open space.
Then let's get this show on the road. Vanussa Space Traffic Control. This is Captain Michaels of the SS Bozeman. We have flight plan logged and verified. We are awaiting your final green light to accelerate to warp.
We got clearance.
If only every day were like this. Let's get going.
Transferring course to Navicom. Warp drive activating. Transitional jump in 20 seconds.
What the hell?
Sensors have gone haywire.
What's gone wrong now?
Not us. It's outside. Readings are coming in from Vanussa. Magnetic field strength, gravimetric readings, they're all off the scale.
On screen. My God, look at the planet.
What's happening? I can't focus. The planet, it's incoming. Sensors detecting energy wave. Bearing directly. Brace yourselves for impact. Shields to maximum.
Jump to warp now.
You must have the worst taste in music of anyone I know.
Taste is a very subjective subject. Earl Grey?
If you say so, I'm okay, thanks.
You amaze me. I offer you the opportunity to travel anywhere in space and time, and all you want to do is look through my music collection.
You can tell a lot by someone's taste in music. Oh my God, Aqua, Barbie girl, you cannot be serious.
Something you like, then?
Nostalgic about perhaps, but like maybe when I was 12.
Well, I was 1200. What's a couple of zeros between friends?
And who are Doctor and the Medics? Don't tell me you had a pop career.
Certainly not. Well, not yet, but it's always an option. You can scoff, but you're looking at music from one tiny planet in one era of history. Try the Darkwheel throat bassoon players of... Hold on!
What?
Hold on to something! Now!
Why? What's happening?
I'm not sure, but...
And we have received word that a new acolyte is en route to us.
Another? So soon? The House of Novices will be rather full.
It is our intention that the two of the novices will soon ascend.
If you believe they are ready.
We would not recommend their progression were they not.
Very... well...
Are you quite well, my lord?
There is something stirring, awakening. Can you not feel its presence on the breeze as it reaches out across the stars?
I sense it now, like a build-up of pressure before the rain.
It is much more than that. This is not the coming of a storm, but the herald of a maelstrom. The universe shall bow to its will.
Burning flames have changed.
It is subsiding now, cooling and fading.
This is no change. We are as we were.
In this universe, that has changed. We are the constant.
We are awakened into a world of pain. It sears through nerves and fibres, tearing into my core. Why is this so?
Our purpose is not to question. It is to serve.
But such pain! Is this what we must endure in our servitude?
pain and turmoil are the only reality. Everything else is evanescent.
Time will be carved into pieces.
Then spliced into new shapes, new patterns.
One fragment shall be folded in upon itself and set adrift amongst eternity.
Set it adrift.
Amongst eternity. There it shall remain, forgotten, until called upon by Time's champion and Time's nemesis.
Well,
That acceleration to walk was a bit lumpy.
I did say the engine's not balanced properly. We need a new manifold on the starboard side.
You said you repaired it.
Temporary repair only.
Didn't you think to look for one at our last stopover?
Yeah, I did. Trouble is, this ship is an antique. And the spaceport Lorga only carries spares for a very select range of vessels.
Typical bureaucracy trying to make the Independence upgrade.
Well, they do have some good incentives.
They're giving you a kickback? Believe me, they wouldn't extend my credit, and you couldn't pay me to trade in for one of those new tin cans. They're underpowered, flimsy.
And more efficient. New freighters could do this run using a quarter the fuel we do.
With none of the style or comfort, the Bozeman still has plenty of light years left in her.
Yeah, but if we remove some of the redundant armour from the hull, you could sell it. We'd be lighter, wouldn't strain the engine as much, you'd pay off your debts.
The ship will continue to function as my father intended.
Provided we can find a new manifold.
It's not urgent, is it?
Well, I can keep patching up for now, as long as you don't mind a few bumps. But our fuel efficiency, and I do use the word very loosely when I say efficiency, has gone through the floor.
We can still make a profit, so long as we deliver on time. I don't care. No one is going to pay for rotten fruit and vegetables.
So long as the stasis field holds. I'll look again when we get to Carson. There's a spares dealer near the port. We might have something I can modify.
Mate, do a mend-day.
There's no other option if you want to keep this tub space-worthy. Well?
What?
Do I have to remind you again?
About what?
Our new crew member? Or are you going to make her wait in the corridor for another couple of light years?
She's not crew.
Well, you call her what you like. Earlier you said she wasn't passenger.
No, because passengers usually pay to be ferried about.
They have offered the usual remuneration.
I don't need advice for a bunch of fortune tellers on how to run my business.
So their guidance is good enough for the government, but not good enough for you.
I prefer to be in control of my own destiny.
I'll send her in.
She better not be some sort of religious fanatic.
She's a novice, en route to her order. She's not some zealot.
First mention of gods and demons, and she's off my bridge.
I'm going to engineering.
Chaos. Beautiful chaos. See how it blooms across the skies.
The zone of realignment has reached the outer perimeter. Stabilization is initiated.
Quantum structure is rebuilding into its new matrix.
Morning.
What? How did I end up down here?
You got knocked out when the... Yes, well, still trying to work that one out myself. Carefully now, when I sat up, everything started to spin.
Is that why you're still sitting on the floor?
Yes, less distance to fall.
What happened? Has the TARDIS crashed?
We certainly collided with something. It's the... With what? That's still the puzzling part. Look there. It's a zone of temporal instability, expanding out across the universe.
Looks like a bubble.
Growing and spreading. It intercepted the TARDIS and, well, vanished.
It was aimed at us?
Very unlikely, but given the size and magnitude...
That sentence seemed to be going somewhere. Care to elaborate?
But this type of energy signature itself, and the possible implications...
Which are, as usual, you are not explaining anything.
Well, for a few moments back there, the whole fabric of reality unravelled. Past, present, future cancelled each other out and the universe ceased to exist.
For real? Or are you just being dramatic?
Never more serious.
But only for a few moments.
Oh yes, time and space were rewoven, but...
But?
The universe doesn't feel right. It's as if something is different.
do not understand. What are you saying?
The winds of change touch these far-flung shores. Remote as we are, even we are not totally immune to the waves that crash through reality. Can you not hear the screams of the dying, the turmoil of events, the laments for those that never were or will be?
We must not hesitate. This is what we have prepared for.
In ritual only.
This is our destiny, our calling, and that of the acolytes. The new order shall rise and take control.
We cannot stand against the elders.
We too are elders. The others will not stand against us once they realize the only path that remains open.
I shall instruct the novices to verify the extent of the affected.
Very well, but be subtle. Our part in this must not be revealed too soon.
I know you're there. I will get to you when I get to you.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to disturb...
Stand up straight, girl. There's not much to you. I'm Captain Michaels. You'll have noticed by now that this is a cargo ship, not a starliner. We don't cater for passengers, especially those who can't afford to pay. You'll be expected to work to pay your passage. Do you know what work is?
Yes, Mum. My family has a farm on Bolfra. I've helped with the planting and harvesting ever since I could walk.
You will refer to me as Captain. Show me your hands. So you know how to work the land. Know anything about spaceships? No? Engines? No? Well, domestic duties it will have to be. You can cook.
Yes, Mum. Sorry, Captain.
Carter will show you the way to the galley. Despite his apparent need to check the engines, he'll be waiting in the corridor. I expect 3 square meals a day, wholesome food, none of your reconstituted muck. We have a cargo of fresh produce. Use it sparingly. But I don't see any reason for us not all to eat good food. Well, any questions?
No, Captain.
Regulations state the bridge must be manned at all times. That means me on my own. That was your cue to go.
My Lord Grants, I would speak to you.
Please excuse me. Yes, Archseer? You seem agitated.
They know.
Who knows what? Please be precise.
The Council knows about the time shift.
We all felt its effects. The Council may be old, but their abilities have not waned.
What do we do? They will order an investigation.
Calm yourself. The Council will convene to discuss the way forward. This has been allowed for within the plans and will not affect what is to happen.
But if they are...
You are sworn to secrecy in this and you will maintain your oath. Now go about your duties. We will not discuss these matters again. I must meditate on these issues.
So if this bubble was expanding, where did it go? Did it burst?
No.
Well, you said it disappeared.
Well, it vanished from the TARDIS's sensors. We are more accurate.
So you don't know where it went?
No, I can't track it back after it intercepted us. It's almost as if a new timeline was...
Look at this from a different perspective, isn't that what you're always telling me? If it's a sphere expanding, then surely you can work out where it started. Maybe if you shrink it back. It's just an idea.
It's a good one. Calculating the point of origin now.
Stabilization is completed. The temporal matrix has reformed into its new pattern.
And the effects of the change?
There is an increase. A small colony on the homeworld.
Then they will be pleased.
They will not release us. To them we are nothing but a weapon to use as they require.
The darkness is returning.
They use our power, then knock us away.
They are preparing for transit. The core is being isolated in preparation.
She didn't even ask my name.
She doesn't need to. She's the captain. You are now the ship's cook. Look, it's just her way. I was on board for 6 months before she used my name.
Okay.
So, Nira, got any luggage?
Some. I left it by the airlock.
All right, let's head there now. We can drop it off on your cabin on the way down to the galley.
Found it?
Yes, the... whatever it was originated in the vicinity of the planet Vanussa.
Means nothing to me, does it to you?
Vanussa. I've heard that name before.
Come on, I thought you knew every planet.
Maybe. Two great empires were expanding across the galaxy, and their armies met on the planet Vanussa.
Don't tell me they went to war, laser beams, and death everywhere.
Actually, for once, no. Vanussa was the planet on which the first Galactic Federation was founded. Two great powers poised to annihilate each other, and their respected generals laid down their weapons and signed a non-aggression treaty with each other.
Well, that certainly makes a change. So when did all this happen, or is this still in the future?
30 or 40 years ago at most.
What is happening?
The TARDIS can't materialise. Hold on!
Is that all the luggage you've got?
The Order is very strict about what personal possessions we are allowed.
Minimal springs to mind. What's that?
That's Lightning, my pet.
Oh, so they're strict about personal possessions, but they allow pets?
It's complex. Having a pet gives us something to focus our abilities onto, a simple subject to help develop our gift.
You have got a permit, haven't you? Transportation of livestock isn't on our cargo licence.
Yes, of course I do. I couldn't have got into the spaceport with her otherwise.
Come on then, I'll take your case. You can carry your feline. So, what species is it?
We don't know. She turned up on the farm one day. She was very frail. I helped nurse her back to health. She's passed all the checks for diseases, and as she was good at catching rodents, Father let me keep her.
Lightning's a very weird name for a female.
But she moves like lightning.
What just happened?
The TARDIS refused to materialise.
This is turning into one of those days.
What does it mean?
You know, get up, have a cappuccino, read the dailies on your way to the office, only to find out you're wearing the same outfit as the weather girl.
Macy.
And then you realise your shoes don't match. One's red and one's black.
Macy.
Then you're reminded by the runner that you should have been at the airport 20 minutes ago.
Macy.
What?
You're wittering.
So it's perfectly alright for you to burble on, but not when I do it.
Not at all. Feel free to babble about your past crises, but you're rather missing the most important fact.
Which is?
That the TARDIS refused to materialise.
But it just did. I heard it.
Yes, it has now, but at a point in time some 30 minutes later than the point in time we originally tried to materialise at. And then there's this. Well?
Space. I'm supposed to comment now, aren't I?
Yes.
Well, I'm assuming that is not what is supposed to be outside the TARDIS.
Correct. That is supposed to be the planet Vanussa. Northern continent, to be precise.
Have we missed?
I never miss. And before you say it, neither has the TARDIS. We're in the correct place. Coordinates, orbital location, all check out. The planet, however, is not there.
They seem so frail.
They are but forgotten memories.
Their potential unrealised. They beg for existence.
They never millions, it's our alone.
They will soon be joined by many more.
It seems so cruel.
It is better than the alternative.
To never exist is a better fate than a painful death.
Enter.
Forgive the intrusion, my lord.
Archseer.
My lord, the council is convened.
Very well. Give me a moment to fasten my cincture.
Shall I leave you?
No, I will walk with you. How are the novices?
As well as can be expected. They are unsettled. Many are unable to filter out the resonance of despair.
The universe mourns the loss. Nature must grieve, and we must suffer its tears.
They have much to learn.
They are our future, and through them we must hear the whispers of truth.
Are you trying to tell me that the planet's been destroyed? Surely there'd be debris.
There is no debris, so it's not been destroyed.
So someone has come along and stolen an entire planet.
It's not beyond the realms of possibility, but the planet has not been taken. Vanussa was never there.
I'm confused.
Look, this is from the TARDIS databank. This solar system should have 8 planets. Vanussa was the 4th from the Sun. Well, according to the census, there are now only 7 planets.
Yes.
But look at the planetary positions. The orbit of the 3rd and 5th planets has changed. They've shifted towards the space where Vanussa should have been.
If the planet has been taken, well, wouldn't the planets move anyway, by gravity and stuff?
Yes, but not in half an hour. There's also a significant temporal distortion during that period.
Doctor, there are energy readings on one of the other planets.
What? You're right. There are buildings down there. Power levels are low, but there is definitely some sort of civilization.
Don't sound so surprised.
I suggest you go and get changed. It's going to be a little chilly and rather damp.
We're going down there?
They may have some answers.
This is yours. It's a bit cramped, but it's clean and tidy.
It's fine, really. I have to share a room with 3 sisters back home.
Well, leave your gear here, and I'll show you the galley and the stores. It's probably best if you leave your pet in her cage. The captain is not going to be impressed if livestock gets loose on board.
The captain doesn't appear to be a very happy person.
It's a hard life out here on the space lanes, and it can be a lonely one.
Oh, I see what you mean about the weather.
No one about, though.
Well, to be fair, anyone out in that needs their head examined.
We could try that building over there. It looks open.
Go out in this.
We're here to look for answers. No point standing around speculating.
I suppose so.
And that is the only building that I can see.
Only? That's not a building. It's vast. On Earth, we have smaller cities.
There are some lights on, so let's hope there are people there.
I wouldn't count on that.
Are you ever the optimist?
Have you heard of Murphy's Law? Whatever can go wrong?
Oh, ye of little faith. Now what are you doing?
Setting my watch. I give it 20 minutes until we're running away from a bug-eyed monster.
Come on, we can't stand in the TARDIS doorway forever.
We are going to get soaked.
It's only water. And I've got an umbrella somewhere.
By the time you look for it, we could be there. Race you.
Thank you. You may return to the seminary.
Well?
The novices have listened to the sounds of the universe. They have identified the word that is common to all that cry out. And the word is Vanussa?
The planet that weeps in despair. The Council will have identified this too. We must move carefully.
I'm drenched.
It was a tad inclement out there.
A tad, it was torrential.
Shh.
And cold.
Macy, be quiet.
Why? What's up?
I was trying to listen. I thought I heard something.
You mean apart from the very bland lift music? The lighting is awfully dim in here. Doctor, what is this place?
It looks like some sort of business centre.
Welcome. Good afternoon, sir and madam. Welcome to the Paramount Plaza, the ultimate retail and leisure experience in the whole of the Tartaran Nebula.
What the?
I'm Robot 14, and it is my pleasure to be your personal shopping assistant during your visit. I am here to ensure your every need is catered for during your experience with us.
Shopping? Now you're talking.
Macy, don't forget we have a reason to be here.
But I'm cold, and I'm damp, and I've got wet shoes and wet hair. I hate the rain.
It is my function to ensure that your time in the Paramount Plaza is an enjoyable one. Am I correct in the analysis that you do not wish to be wet?
Yes.
1 moment, please.
Could I just ask?
1 moment, please. Welcome to Paramount Plaza. I am Courtesy Drone 6. I have been advised that you are cold and damp and have wet shoes and wet hair and do not wish to be in this status.
Yeah, what's going on?
Stand still. Stand very still.
Please stand still.
Doctor, why am I in a goldfish bowl?
Don't worry, it's a courtesy drone. Be careful what you ask for. Though if you state your requirements clearly, she'll do your nails as well as your hair and clothes.
I don't understand.
If I could just ask...
May I take this opportunity, sir, whilst your companion of undetermined personal relationship is being attended to advise you that Harrison's the electronics store on level 65 is currently having a sale of all holographic transceiver units.
Captain,
I'm here. What do you want?
I brought your meal.
Right. I'll take it over here. Smells good. What is it?
It's getra. It's a type of stew, my father's favourite.
You're not expecting me to give thanks, are you?
I don't understand.
It's what you god types do before eating, isn't it?
We are not a religious order.
But you live by rules.
We must all live by rules, Captain. Please, your food is getting cold.
It's good.
Shall I tell Roche that the food is ready?
Roche? Oh, you mean Engineer Carter. On very friendly terms, aren't you? No, Mr. Carter can wait till he's finished in engineering. I'm sure you've kept some food for him.
Of course.
You can come back later and collect the dishes. Oh, and a word of advice. I don't know how worldly wise you are, but make sure food is all Mr. Carter gets off you later. You can go.
We have arrived.
Where?
Our masters have decreed that Camden should be no more.
We shall die again at their request.
We shall not be the only sacrifice. Each world will remain in eternal peace.
We should prepare.
More than to leave it would of course support Mara in her request.
Jana is, however, an isolationist, and he will not support outside contact, let alone assistance.
Which we could casting vote.
We cannot say how he will fall. At times, he has rejected help.
Yet he still sanctions the pilgrims who wish to travel out into the universe.
If I may have your attention, I will make no comment about why we are gathered. We are all aware of the changes. That's why we take the unusual step of opening the council chamber to all but the novices. There are grave matters for the council to consider, debate and act upon.
Only 150 credits.
That's marvellous. If I could just...
Dual input quasi-interactive game consoles from 30 credits.
Not really, but if I could just...
Well, that was unexpected.
How do you feel?
Great! I'm dry and warm.
Mirror, madam?
Wow. My hair and makeup and my nails. I love this colour.
Macy.
Sorry.
Now, if I could just ask...
Can I be of assistance to you, sir? I notice that you also are damp.
I'll drip dry if it's all the same to you.
As you wish, sir. I will send for a janitorial unit in due course to mop the floor. This courtesy service has been provided by the Paramount Plaza. Remuneration is not necessary. However, should you wish to make a donation towards the maintenance of our robots, a credit slot is provided.
Doctor, money?
Oh, yes, hang on.
Thank you for your generosity.
Now, Robot 14, thank you so much for the very detailed list of sale goods available. However, we are not looking to purchase any discounted electrical items today.
Very good, sir. Please state your requirements.
We're looking for a planet.
One moment, please.
No, wait! The trouble with sales droids, never programmed for dual processing. They won't let you get a word in, and when they do, they spend the rest of the time trying to answer your request.
I'm sorry, sir, but I regret that Paramount Plaza is currently unable to fulfill your requirements. If you would like to leave details of the size, colour, and type of planet you may wish to purchase, we will attempt to source such an item and inform you by Ethernet.
Sorry, you don't seem to understand. We're not looking to purchase a planet. We're looking for a missing planet.
I'm sorry, sir, but I'm unable to assist with your inquiry regarding planets. I can, however, offer a complete listing of plates and other domestic crockery available in store today.
No thank you, really. No thank you. What is this planet called?
This is the planet Paramount Plaza.
No, that's the name of the shopping mall. What's the name of the planet?
I'm sorry, sir, but I am unable to assist with your inquiry.
This isn't getting us anywhere.
I'm inclined to agree. What we need is a bookshop or a library.
Or a tourist information office.
A tourist information office?
Hey, have you seen these?
Robot 14, is there a tourist information office here in the plaza?
Certainly, sir, if you would like to follow me.
Macy, you have too many toes and not enough pairs of feet to wear those shoes.
Oh! I did wonder why there were so many.
Carter, where are you?
I'm in engineering.
Just checking you're not playing footsie with the newbie.
I'm checking the manifold repair for stress fractures, which would be a lot easier if there wasn't a bloody great bulkhead in the way. Yet another thing that could be stripped out and sold off.
Thank you for your opinion, but your engineering abilities is all I pay you for.
It's not part of an engine room. It shouldn't be there.
No need to concern yourself with what should and shouldn't be. Check the manifold and keep your opinions to yourself.
It is our design and purpose to cause destruction.
We should not question our purpose. We are instructed, and we must obey.
And what is destiny?
Our destiny is determined.
Yet we change the destiny of others.
Universe is in flux. We are in flux.
We are the only constant. Everything else is chance.
Not everything. There are those things that are irrefutable. He is irrefutable.
There is something very unnerving about a shopping mall with no customers.
You think this is unnerving? Wait until... Yes, well, that's all in the future, wibbly-wobbly stuff.
Ignoring your irritating ability to drop things into conversations which have yet to happen, where is everyone? We've been walking for ages and not seen a soul, not even a shop assistant.
We are the sales staff. We are the workforce. We serve the customers. We clean and repair the building. We restock the shelves. We arrange for debit and credit. We are responsible for security.
Nothing like keeping you busy.
But where are all the customers?
You are the first.
First customers today. Business is slow.
No, you are the first customers to visit the plaza.
Business is really slow.
Really? When did the plaza open its doors?
The Paramount Plaza has been trading for 3 years, 2 months, and 4 days.
Right. Doctor, what is going on?
I'm not sure. A forgotten shopping centre.
Please attend. Tourist information system activating. Welcome to Paramount Plaza. I am the information system for visitors and tourists, and will be pleased to answer your questions.
That was exactly as predicted.
You knew how the Pinnacle would react?
He is an old man and set in his ways. He is frightened by what he does not understand. He has no option but to seek the assistance of the proclamation and request action.
And you can predict the course of action they will take?
Many of the species in the proclamation will not even be aware of the changes. They declare themselves to be higher forms, yet they do not hear the cries of those that the universe has now forgotten.
The proclamation will interfere.
But not immediately. Time at least is on our side. A pinnacle reign.
Lord High Seer Grants, I'm Sir Hurrell. You understand why I needed to cast my vote against you?
You are the Pinnacle. You need not explain.
I know, but to have disharmony amongst the elders, especially at this time...
There is no disharmony, merely a difference of opinion.
I'm glad. You will make the arrangements for transmission?
The matter is already in hand.
You will make contact with the proclamation?
I will not disobey a direct instruction. However, there are other matters requiring our attention.
I'm sorry, the planet, Vanussa, does not appear in my databank. Did you mean Venus? Venus is a planet in the Terran solar system.
Stop! Who programmed the AIs in this mall? All I require are answers to the questions asked, not a download of any semi-relevant information.
Downloads of all audio and visual media are available at the following retail outlets. Retro Classic.
Off! How are you getting on, Macy? Macy? Macy?
Sorry, headphones. I couldn't hear this terminal whilst you were debating with that one.
Debate is not a word I'd use. The computer doesn't have any record of the planet Vanussa, so it appears it's just us that remembers it.
Just you, actually.
Huh?
Well, first I heard about the planet Vanussa was when you mentioned it. Sorry.
I'm not imagining things. It's mentioned in the TARDIS databanks too. How did you get on?
Well, I looked up the history of this planet, as you asked. It was originally called Golash Kor, by the way.
Never heard of it. Was called?
Well, the history of this planet seems to match what you said before about 2 space fleets converging here, poised for war.
And did they lay aside their weapons and embrace the fundamentals of galactic alliance?
Well, they certainly laid aside something and embraced... Why don't you look for yourself?
What's wrong?
Look, just click on the icon at the top of the screen. There are some images there. A reenactment.
Okay. Oh my. Well, you have to admire their flexibility.
Oh, I feel as if I've just shown some mucky pictures to my dad.
I'm not sure if I should be flattered or insulted. Your dad?
Well, given your age, my great-great-great-great-great-granddad.
I'm much greater than that.
We've had the conversation about your ego.
It's a bit strange that they have such images on an information site. I suppose some people might call it art.
I know what I call it. You didn't get to the advertisement where it lists the outlets in the mall where the holovid is on sale, under plain wrapper, no doubt. No, thank you.
So what happened next, in the abridged version?
Well, after the,
Last Tango in Paris?
Quite. Well, the planet got a bit of a reputation for the cha-cha-cha.
Understandable.
Then a few years ago, the planet was bought by the Paramount Corporation at a knockdown price. They built them all. Then recession hit. Seems they still have economic recessions in the future.
The future? This isn't the future, this is your present. This is just a different part of the galaxy. This is the same recession that's affecting Earth in your time, and you blamed it all on the Americans.
But we're not ready. The novices are still searching.
The efforts of the novices are appreciated, but their search is in vain. The clarity of a master is required.
You have looked.
And I have found him.
You've gone very quiet.
Sorry, just thinking.
Surprised R14 hasn't offered us a list of things to buy.
I don't think it would dare.
Care to share?
I was just pondering. The Galactic Federation doesn't exist, at least not in the form that it's supposed to.
Is it important?
It could be.
All patrons please attend.
I think you spoke too soon.
Incoming transmission. Intended recipient is known as the Doctor. Could the Doctor please make themselves known to a representative of the Paramount Plaza?
Who knows where you are here?
That is a very good question. R14, I'm the Doctor. You have a transmission for me?
There is a tariff due. Please accept the charges to receive the transmission.
Yes, all right.
Please attend the transmit area. Materialization commencing. Please present your remittance for the transmission.
Over there.
No, don't touch it.
Please present your remittance for the transmission.
It's some sort of scroll.
I said don't touch it, leave it be.
Please present your remittance for the transmission.
Is it dangerous?
Not exactly, but I don't trust it. See that symbol?
The one like a triangle with the eye inside it.
How many symbols can you see on that scroll?
Just the one?
That would be the one then.
Oh. I know you're dying to tell me. What does it mean?
Time Seers.
Right.
How can you be sure?
I can be sure of nothing. He's not the easiest person to find.
How can you find someone who cannot be seen?
By detecting the absence within the chaos. That which is both the cause and solution, but cannot be seen as the catalyst.
You will contact him.
The matter is already in hand. One of our number within the proclamation itself has conveyed the demand.
You cannot make a demand of him.
But to invite his attendance is to invite our failure by his refusal. A demand ensures his own arrogance brings him to us.
Please present your remittance for the transmission.
Doctor, I think someone wants paying.
How did they know I was here?
Doctor! Pay the robot.
What? Oh, right, yes.
Thank you for your payment. Processing.
Well, these Time Seers obviously know you.
But how? I've been so careful to ensure they can't find me.
We're not talking about another bunch of evil geniuses with plans to take over the universe, are we?
Well, they're not exactly evil, but I don't trust anyone with an agenda.
Payment rejected. Alert fraudulent transaction in progress. Security drones to information center.
What the?
I think a swift exit is called for.
Payment rejected. Alert fraudulent transaction in progress. Security drones to information center.
Macy, where are you going? We need to leave.
That scroll might be important.
Just leave it.
Please do not interfere with the evidence. Security drones will arrive shortly.
I've got it. Let's get the hell out of here.
Security drones are advised that the criminals have absconded. Pursue and apprehend.
Archseer?
Yes, my lord.
It is confirmed. The message has been delivered to him.
He will come?
His ego has been pricked. His curiosity will bring him to us to find out what we know.
Where will he arrive?
The Basilica. It has already been cleared. It would not be an hour, best interests for the Council to know of the Doctor's arrival.
Is it wise to speak his name?
It is, after all, just a name, and he is just a man.
He's a Time Lord.
He is the last of that race.
He is one of the architects. We cannot ask for assistance.
Yet we serve the enemy.
We serve that which controls. It is our place to obey.
The universal end, and a new darkness enshroud it.
Time is once more upon us. Our masters demand our sacrifice once more.
You know, this is nearly a record.
What do you mean?
We've been here over an hour and only just had to beat a hasty retreat.
This isn't funny.
I'm not laughing.
In here, quickly. We need to get to the TARDIS.
I couldn't agree more.
You don't understand. We need to get to the TARDIS now. Something is happening. Something's building a change. I can feel it. Come on. Run!
What about the robots?
Halt! You are under arrest.
Run! They're robots. They shouldn't be shooting at us.
Do you want to try to explain that to them? Look, Doctor, the main door.
There's no need to knock before you come in, newbie.
Forgive the intrusion, Captain. I have come to collect the dish. And my name is Nura.
You're newbie to me. Life on a ship. Get used to it, kid. The plate is over there.
May I ask, these pictures?
My father.
You have his eyes.
I also have his ship.
No!
What?
Can't you hear it?
Hear what?
Voices. Voices, all talking at once.
I don't hear anything.
But you must. Can't you hear them sobbing? Hundreds and thousands, such despair and longing.
What the hell? Sense have gone mad.
It's coming. Can't you feel it? It's coming now to engulf us. The darkness is here.
Shields! Look outside.
It's changing. The sun's out, but it was raining.
Observations about the state of the weather aside, where have all the people come from?
I guess the recession is over.
If it ever happened at all.
Eh?
We've just witnessed another time change. We need to find out where it originated.
We tried that last time, and all it got us was a missing planet, a shopping centre, and some homicidal robots.
A valid point, and your suggestion would be?
We've got this scroll from the Time Seers.
I told you to leave that behind.
You tell me to do lots of things. Doesn't mean I have to listen.
I generally tell you things to keep you out of danger.
This scroll is dangerous. How can it be? Look, it's addressed to you.
I'm not convinced.
Surely they must know something about what's going on. You're not going to read it?
No.
Then I'll read it.
Macy?
Doctor, your attendance is required. Then there's a set of coordinates.
Very succinct and direct.
So are we going?
I don't respond well to being instructed. Please or thank you wouldn't go amiss. Manners cost nothing, as Oscar used to say.
Doctor, try to focus. We need to find out what they know.
You think it will help?
Can't do any harm.
Well, we'll see about that, shall we? You might want to reset your watch. And for the record, I'm doing this under duress.
You called for me, Captain.
You took your time. Your little friend has calmed down now.
Hey? What? Nura?
She went crazy, ranting about things changing like she was having some sort of fit.
She's out cold.
Of course she is, I hit her.
Right.
Then the detectors went haywire, and that showed up.
No one about?
They'll be watching, waiting for us to arrive.
Is this a temple?
For a society that tries hard to dispel rumours that they're a religious order, it certainly looks like it.
You are the Doctor?
Unless you were expecting the imminent arrival of any other visitors, that would be me.
And this is your new associate, Macy Ferguson.
There you are, Macy. You've been promoted. You're my associate now.
As long as I'm not your assistant, I can live with it.
Follow me.
Chatty lot, aren't they?
How did they know my name?
They have their ways. You touched the scroll.
It's paper.
Psychic paper. They can use it as a conduit for their powers.
There you go again. Their powers. You going to explain about the Time Seers?
When my people were... Once the Time Lords were... After the war, there was Bedlam. History was in a state of flux. The Shadow Proclamation attempted to maintain order, but they're little more than a police force. There was chaos. Many of the older races were affected by the corruption to history.
So how did the Time Seers fit in?
I was just coming to that. They offered to help. They are time sensitive. They can perceive the very nature of time, understand the difference between what is and what could and what should be. They help to get history back on track.
Sounds like the sort of thing you do. So are they like Time Lords?
Not really. They can't regenerate and they don't have TARDISes. In fact, they don't have technology, at least not of their own. They tend towards simple life.
Then how did they send the scroll? It arrived via transmat.
They borrow technology from other races, trading their abilities for things they need.
Sounds sensible. So why are you so against them?
The universe has become too dependent on the Time Seers. Decisions that affect planets and solar systems are no longer made on the basis of logical necessity, but after consultation with the Time Seers to ensure that the outcome is certain.
But what's wrong with that? If a government's going to invest money in a project, they need to know that the project is going to be successful.
But successful for whom? What's to stop the Time Seers influencing decisions so the outcome benefits not only the government, but the Time Seers as well?
Well, that would be just an added bonus, surely.
A passive dictatorship is still a dictatorship.
Ooh, looks pretty ancient. Is it a derelict?
She's got more than a dozen breaches in the hull. No life signs, no atmosphere, no power. She's adrift, all right.
But those look like weapon blasts to me.
There's a metal corrosion around the hull breaches. She's been here a while. You recognise the design?
No. But she's heavily armed, or was. Those are the remains of phaser turret, and that's a torpedo tube. I've run the image through the computer.
So what are our options?
Well, we can't board her, no atmosphere. Could go across in spacesuits.
If we delay, our cargo perishes.
We can't tow her, she's too big. We could log it with Central, attack the transponder boy at least. You would get a share of the salvage. There we go. Computer's come up with a match. Oh, not as old as we thought. It's a battle cruiser. Don't recognise the species name. Does it mean anything to you?
No, it can't be.
Ah, Doctor, welcome, welcome.
Forgive me if I don't shake your hand.
And you must be Macy Ferguson. We were unsure as to which incarnation of the Doctor would respond, let alone which of his numerous companions would accompany him.
Macy, we do not offer our hands to the Time Seers.
Huh? I was just being friendly. Numerous companions.
I'll explain later. You are?
I am Grants, Lord High Seer.
A very grand title.
You are too kind, Doctor. Modesty forbids a response.
I wasn't being complimentary.
Doctor.
I'm here. Shall we dispense with the pleasantries and get straight to the point?
Very well. You are, of course, aware of the recent temporal anomalies?
I could hardly have missed them.
And yet you hesitated before coming to us.
I prefer to be independent, work things out for myself.
Yet you are now here.
At the insistence of my associate.
Then the whole universe has a debt of gratitude to your travelling companion.
The whole universe. A slight exaggeration there, don't you think?
The time changes have affected the whole of the structure of time, Doctor. The days of chaos and turmoil are returning. You cannot deny it. We hear the cries of the forgotten, those that never were and never will be.
No.
What is it, Doctor?
Those words. I've heard them before. The days of chaos and turmoil. The cries of the forgotten.
Of course you have. The answers lie within yourself, Doctor. You know what is happening. You know what is causing the changes, and you know who has instructed this to happen.
You're wrong, it's not possible. That weapon is safely locked away, no one can get to it.
But a door can be locked when the room is already empty, or at least no longer completely full. The weapon is free.
What weapon?
Time Lord weapon. Created to stop the war, but it was never used. I saw that it was never used. It should never have been created. Those were the dark days for Gallifrey. Desperate days. It was never used.
Until now. In your hearts, you know this to be the truth. And you know now who has control of the weapon. Your oldest and greatest enemy, Doctor.
No. How could they gain control of it?
We know only that they have it, and we predict that they will destroy us all.
Who? Who has the weapon? What is he talking about?
He's talking about the Daleks.
Temporal core now at full power. Bring the weapon systems online. Weapon systems are now online. Targeting sensors active. Lock sensors onto the planet below. Target acquired and locked. Begin countdown for activation of the weapon. Remove the planet Kemble from time and space. The Dalek Empire shall be rebuilt, and we will be its architects. Countdown activating. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Cries of the Forgotten, with Steve Green as the Doctor, Gemma Nichols as Macy, Chris Ward as Captain Michaels, Chris Boot as Engineer Carter, Mandy Eldridge Tyler as Neura, Marjorie Alyssa Fletcher as Sia Howell, John Hicks as Sia Grants, Mark Humphreys as voice of the Daleks and Cat, Marjorie Alyssa Fletcher, Jamie Trace and Dave Ward as The Aspect. Additional voices Lawrence Duncalf and Roscoe Darkblade. Coming soon from Plymouth Who Productions, Heart of the Maelstrom.
What type of life form are you?
I am the Aspect.
I am the Aspect.
I am the Aspect. We are the Aspect, soon to be reborn.
What was that?
This is it. The Eternity Maelstrom is coming. The TARDIS recognises it. She fears it.
I want to know my future.
I'm sorry, you have no future.
Why should we listen to you? We don't even know your name.
If you want to know my name, just as soon as they hear it, they won't be interested in you anymore. This is the Doctor. Catch me if you can.
Am I going to die?
No. No.
I'm pleased you remember that, yet you chose to ignore it when you invited the Time Lord to our world.
I can hear words. A trade of evil.
Hi, Mum.
Hello, Macy dear. Is everything all right?
Of course, why wouldn't it be?
The eye in which all potentials exist.
Normally by now there's been a big explosion and he's wanting a cup of tea.
And as for you...
Time Lord.
Doctor.
Majesty.
I'm sorry, you shouldn't be here. You're supposed to be locked away, where you can't do any harm to anyone.
Dalek Empire shall be rebuilt, and we will be its architects.
The Earth will be removed from time and space.
It is the keystone.
I cannot send you back, but neither can I liberate you from the weapon.
We will not cease.
We will not end.
You will not die.
Aspect, I order you to activate the self-destruct. You will terminate.
No! No!